Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is May 7th, 2026, Thursday. Another quick Thursday morning takeover for Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. One half of the fantastic duos coming at you today. I am going to handle the Thursday duties, and Felix may or may not pop in, but I don't think so. But I think we mainly doing the Tuesdays together. And as we preview our Saturday show this Saturday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, the Roku Network. We got it up and running, and TikTok. We are live over all of them right now, except the Roku. I'm gonna save that one for Saturday. We up and running. We pumping. It's looking beautiful. I'm wondering what's going on the Instagram side. We gotta have a conversation with them, but everything else is running pretty good. I'm checking all the traps and see what's everything everywhere, and seeing what's going on with it. And just seeing everything going on. Let's see here. Was the Twitch is up and going. Twitch is up and running. Twitter is up and running. Let's see. Let's check. LinkedIn is up and running. Let me check on myself on the TikTok side. Let's see here. I gotta find myself on the TikTok side. So let me go in here. Let me do this. Let me do, let's see here. All right. Okay, search. There we go. Let me go to the search. See if I can find myself live out here somewhere. I know we're going live. I see it going running, but I got to make sure it's there. Ay. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Can't have that. Not on the live show. People always tease me about my nose, my nostrils being big, so I do my best to keep them down. But I don't want nothing showing because I got the itchy ollies in the nose this morning. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to talk about what we came here to talk about. Today, we are talking about the second round of the NBA playoffs. Tuesday night, the Pistons played Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Los Angeles Lakers played against the Oklahoma City Thunder and Lightning, which is a good name, especially since they right there in the corridor for all the fun stuff that's going on in terms of weather. We've had a lot of that going on right up through this area, right outside Oklahoma City over the last couple of weeks. So that's a perfect name for it. If you didn't understand why they would want to call it that, that's why. And that's the absolute truth. That's the absolute truth, because that's what happens all the time. All the weather, the extreme weather that's happening. But speaking of extreme weather, Oklahoma City jumped all over them. Let me get my scores right here. All over the Lakers. They made them look a little bit bad. Score was 90 to 108. Let's see, Dodgers didn't even play. Let's see here. That's not what I wanted. Let me go back to that page. Let me go to this right here directly. Let me get the full stats. Full box scores. LeBron put up 27. Hachimura 18. 8 and 10. Smart 12. Reeves 8. And off the bench, they didn't get very much compliments outside of Kennard with 7. And in the Oklahoma City, their starters, Hardenstein 8, Holmgren 24, Shea 18, Dortz 6, and Mitchell 18. And Isaiah Joe, coming off the bench, had 9, and Jared McCain had 12. So they had great contributions on the floor with their starters as well as their bench. And I did say X factor for the Lakers for this series. If he stepped up big, that they would do well, which was Ayton. He had 10 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists, and 1 turnover. Let's see how many blocks. Are they putting the blocks up there? I don't see the blocks, so I guess he didn't have any blocks. Normally you'll see the blocks. Okay, no. The blocks are up there. He had 1 block. So I thought that if he extended himself and played some as well as he did out in Phoenix against Oklahoma City, that they would have a chance. I always thought that he would be the X factor going into this series. And of course, I'm going to talk about the Pistons. Pistons took a 1-0 lead over the Cavaliers in that game. And in game 1, they won 101 to 111. And as we put the box scores for that, let's see here. The away team, Donovan Mitchell put up 23, James Harden 22, Evan Mobley 14. And off the bench for them, Max Strus had 19. And for the Pistons, their starters, Bias had 20, Doug Robinson had 19, a very good contribution, shooting threes. He looked like he was ready to play. I think he's got a lot of criticism inside the locker room and outside the locker room. He showed up to play definitely. Kay Cunningham had 23, and off the bench, Dennis Jenkins with some daggers coming off in the quarter a couple times with 12 points. So those 2 teams play again tonight. The Lakers play at 7:30 Eastern, 8:30. No, looks like 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. I guess they want to space the games out between the Pistons and the Lakers in the Oklahoma City game. Pistons play at 6 p.m. Central, 7 a.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, excuse me. And it looks like they're going to do a little bit better job of spacing those games out because they're both on Prime. So they're going to make sure they both teams have an opportunity to be seen tonight. Both games have an opportunity to be seen, and much like they had a little bit of a discrepancy the other night. Well, one was on Prime and one was on the on NBC, I want to say, or on the NBC network, and those games were overlapping, and people were upset about that. So they want to make sure that they have an opportunity to see it. I'm looking forward to tonight's game. I think Detroit actually has an opportunity to go up 2-0 on this game. And the first thing they did after the first game was Donovan Mitchell went in complaining about the fouls. And coach came in right behind him and was like, hey, we know what he's doing. He's talking about he's setting up for the next game. But a flop is a flop. You got to call it the right way. And so, hey, you got to point, counterpoint, react, counter-react. Reaction for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. And so when one person spoke about the fouls, the coach came back and he did the opposite and let them know, hey, we see you. You know I see you. Don't forget to click like, click share, let people know that we are here. We're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. We live on all those functions right now. And make sure you say something because I got a nice little function right in front of me. When you say something, it comes up on my screen. And I can say hello to you. We can speak. We can have a conversation. And just go ahead. Just come on. Say something. So I can speak right back to you. I appreciate everybody who's out there with us, who's live and going with us right now. I appreciate everybody. So I just want you to speak up and say hello to us. Let you know what you think. Let us know what you're thinking out there. Are we doing a good job? Are we doing a bad job? What can we do better? Without feedback, you're sitting in your own silo. You don't know what's going on, I want to know. I'm good without feedback, good or bad. Without feedback, I don't know what's going on. I need to know how you feel about what we're talking about out here. Something else I wanted to cover really quickly before we get out of here. We got the Met Gala. The WNBA ladies were at the Met Gala. Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, and they also said that. Rakia Jackson was there, but I wasn't able to find any evidence or pictures of that. I don't know if she was at the after party or she was at the actual gala itself. But I think the WNBA is doing a great job of publicity. I know they had the mispractice. I know coach was probably mad, but they got to look at the big picture. As a former coach, I got a kid missing practice for what? To go some what? Get dressed up for what? This ain't prom. Everybody not going? So I got to miss you for the. Oh, big picture. We got to keep the WNBA on people's hearts and minds and on their in their mouth. We got to keep people talking about it. So they got to go out there and look. Those ladies look very, very beautiful out there on the I don't know if you would call it a red carpet, but at the function itself, and make sure that everybody knows, hey, these ladies can play. These ladies can represent in other forms as well. That's what I also the point I was making when I was talking about last week that the fashion show is back before the game, and then with the walk-in, the fashion walk-in, they have the outfits that they wear before the games, and there's a big deal how they show them walking in with the different outfits, and that gives the girls an opportunity to get sponsors, clothing sponsors, and so that when they come in, you can represent a clothing opportunity, and that's more money for those young ladies. Well, I like that opportunity, and that's just an extension of what they were doing, what they've been doing with that for the young ladies in the having the opportunity to go in and show their wares and make more money. Of course, they have the new contract this year, which is fantastic, which is great for them. I want them to be able to make all the money that they can, and the only way they can do that is for them to go out and actually have opportunities made for them. And who makes those opportunities for them? The league, and not only the league, but everybody, all the handlers around them, the agents, everything like that. And we want them to continue to do that. So let's continue to represent that. And the league actually starts tomorrow. Game one of the WNBA starts tomorrow, and on ION and other local shows. So we want you to go out there and watch those games. I know my Dallas Wings, they play tomorrow. I think they're on the road. Let's see here. No, they play Saturday. They play Saturday in Indiana, and then they come home, play against Atlanta on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. That's going to be a big game with injuries. I think they're playing that at the AAC, if I remember correctly. No, it's in Arlington. It's in Arlington. I might see if I can find me a ticket or two out there. 7 o'clock start East Central Time. Especially since I got my new schedule on my official, I can get out there in time enough to see that game, and I can still see the warm-ups. That's what I'm looking. I like to watch the warm-ups. People don't understand. Most games are won and lost in warm-ups. So you want to get out there and watch how they play off of each other, and who's more aggressive out there, who's winning the stare downs and all that, who's being too cool for school. So we want to make sure. I like going out to see that. To me, that lets me know who is really who about that life. Who about that life. So if you really about that life, you can see it in the warm-ups. That's just how that's sports is, no matter what sport it is. I don't know if you remember when Tampa Bay, and Warren Sapp, when they would run through the other teams' stretching lines, and they literally had to make a rule. You can't do that no more because of the intimidation. And so, like I said, games are won and lost in warm-ups. That's how it goes. All right, everybody. I'm right at about 14 and a half minutes. Don't forget the WNBL. Their season is going. We're going to be reporting on them on Saturday. And we're still taping. Felix has coaching obligations that he's coaching the young ladies. I'm sorry, not young ladies. He has a 3-on-3 team that has girls and boys on it that he coaches normally time that we're live. So we may come back live, but we may stick with this tape format. We'll be taping things tomorrow right about this time. But you'll still see me. We're gonna do the promo. I'm gonna do a promo and send out the promo so you guys will know to still be able to watch us. And just waiting for you guys to say something. Come in and speak to us. Let us know you're here. I really do appreciate everything. Thank you so much for Sport Talk with Kamau and Felix. I am Kamau. We just want to have the fantastic duo. That is me. That's Felix. That's a nice little character anyway. Look at that. I'm a twin, but that's my twin on top, right there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Have a great Thursday. Be safe out there. Keep sports on your mind. Keep Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix on your mind.